morning students. Today we will start our same chapter but new topic, that is the saving function. Already we had know about that, what is the consumption function, what is the APC, what is the MPC. It is we are already know about that consumption function. Fine. Consumption function is based on the average propensity to consume and the marginal propensity to consume. Now today we will start our next topic, that is saving function. Saving function is denoted by S. Fine, we already seen in the previous lectures also. So the saving function is the propensity to save. That is here also propensity to save, it means the average propensity to saving and marginal propensity to saving. S function is denoted by the saving. So S equal to function of Y. What do you mean by the Y? Y is denoted the national income. Clear? So what is the saving function? Saving function equal to S equal to function of, already you know about the mathematics, somehow mathematics. So this F denoted by the function of. Fine. So S equal to function of Y. Y it means your national income. Clear? So it means savings is directly affected by the national income. Suppose as per example, your income will be 0. So you are saving something? No. Yes, just you are consuming with the help of the previous saving. Fine. That is also known as autonomous consumption. पता है ना आप लोगों को? Income level 0 है, still we are consuming something. It means that is the autonomous consumption. और वो पैसा हम कहाँ से लाएं? We are using our previous saving. मतलब पहले जो save करके रखा है उसमें से. If your income will be increase day by day and your consumption is increase but not as increase as your national income, so उसका जो limited मांगे, suppose you are earning 200 rupees and your expenditure is rupees 150 only, your consumption expenditure is 150, so another 50 rupees you are saved. Fine. So directly we are saying that saving functions directly affected to the national income, or national income directly affect to the saving factors. Clear? Now saving functions refers to the functional relationship between saving and national income. इन दोनों को मेजरमेंट को, इन दो वेरिएबल्स को ही हमको कंपेयर करना है. If your national income will increase day by day, definitely your saving factor will be increase. Fine, because if your consumption is not so as increase as your national income, suppose national income increased by 100 rupees but your consumption is increased by only 80 rupees, so that 20 rupees different you just saved here. Clear? So for further descriptions we just see the schedule of the saving function and graph of the saving. Here income is given in rupees in crores, consumption also given to you in rupees in crores. Now you just find out the saving. पहले बोला what is saving? So your income minus your consumption, जितना use कर लिया that is minus subtract. It means your income minus your consumption expenditure, subtract minus it means subtract. Fine. So income minus your consumption expenditure equal to your saving function. So here Y income is already given 0, 100, 200, 300, 400. It means day by day your income will be increased. Here your consumption is 40. Listen, same criteria. This is your autonomous consumption. As you know, all of you, fine. Previous दो वीडियो से ये सारी चीजें क्लियर हो चुकी होगी. What is autonomous consumption? When your income level is 0, still you are consuming something, that is your autonomous consumption. So 0 minus 40, fine, equal to minus 40, है ना? As per the maths rule, 0 minus 40 equal to minus 40. So it means your saving will be decrease at this level. कैसे? क्योंकि जब आप कंज्यूम कर रहे हो, you are consuming something and your income will be 0. So पैसा कहाँ से लाएंगे? पैसा हम लोग कहाँ से लाएंगे? We are using our previous year's saving. So previous years की suppose जो भी saving है उसमें से हमारा इतना saving deduct हो जाएगा. Clear? Because we are using the previous year saving. It is called the dis saving. Fine? It is called the dis saving. Now at that point saving factor is not there. Minus saving is minus में आ रहा है. It means it is your dis saving. Now again income increase 0 to 100. It means 100 rupees income increase. So at that level your consumption will be 120. So still here 20. 100 minus 120, it means 100, that is the formula S equal to Y minus C. So Y 100, your C is 120, so your answer will be minus 20. Fine. So that minus 20 again you are using from your previous year saving. So again it is this 20 rupees, it is called the this saving of your criteria. Now 200 income increase by 100, increase by 100, so total your income will be 200. Now your consumption expenditure is also 200. So income minus consumption expenditure equal to 0. Now your saving is 0 because jitna bhi income hua you just consume that income only. Fine. So your saving factor is 0 at that point. So that is a 1 mark question. Which point you get the saving equal to 0? So you just write down the answer. When the national income equal to consumption expenditure, we get the saving factor is 0. Now again income increase by 100 rupees. By 100 rupees, it means total increase income is 300. Your consumption expenditure is 200. At that point, your income level increase by 100 rupees. But at that point, your consumption expenditure increase by only 80 rupees. So that 20 rupees it is your saving. So 300 minus 280 it means 20. So at that point, you just start the saving. ठीक है? अभी तक कोई saving नहीं था. This is this saving, this is this saving, this is no saving. At that point, you just start the saving. Fine. So saving function start from here. It means in the practical terms, that is a 1 mark question also. After the break even point, you just start the saving function. Clear? ठीक है? Saving कब से start करोगे? After the break even point. What is break even point? When the national income equal to consumption expenditure, it is called the break even point. Clear? So now we just see the what is the criteria of this as a saving curve. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. At that y-axis, we just assume that is the saving rupees in crores, and this is the income rupees in crores. That is important, very important to put the which measurement you are taking at the y-axis or x-axis. Now, listen. Saving minus से होती है, so that is the y dash point. Graph में as usual you know that is the y and that is y dash. At the y point that is the plus and y dash it is the minus. Clear? So at that point that is the minus 40 point. We just assume that that is the minus 40. So this is our saving line. ठीक है? Listen. Saving line increasing day by day. So that is the positive direction because you are assuming saving here and income here. Whenever income is increasing, your saving is also increasing. It means positive relationship between the income and saving. So that graph should be in the positive manner only. Clear? So that is the SS graph. It means saving graph. We assume that this is the 40, minus 40 and 0. Minus 40, 20 and 0. This is that portion. It is called the this saving. At that point, that is the point कि कुछ भी saving नहीं कर रहे हम लोग. We are just using our previous year saving. It is called the this saving point. Clear? Now, among this saving point, that is also called the autonomous consumption. Here minus 40 autonomous consumption and here minus 20 is your autonomous consumption. Clear? So this area called the this saving. Now what is this point? This R is denoted at that point when the income, national income equal to consumption expenditure and your income will be, your saving will be 0. At that point you get the break even point. So after the break even point you just start do the saving. Clear? So this is your saving increasing day by day after the break even point. Before the break even point you just find out the this saving. After the break even point you just saved your money. Fine? Because your national income is increased more than your consumption expenditure. This is all about the saving curve. Some important points also known as about the saving curves. First, we just discuss this important points is, first, this saving function, it means starting point of saving curve. What is the starting point of the saving curve? So saving curve S is start from point S. This is starting point beta. S is start point S, and S on the y-axis indicating there is negative saving. This is the negative saving, right? Because this is called the dis-saving. So saving curve start from the SS point, and it is indicate that this is negative saving or dis-saving. Second point is slope of the saving curve. So slope of the saving curve, it is the upward to right side, because income and saving हमने जो भी दो मेजरमेंट लिए हैं, both are the increasing simultaneously. Clear? Third point, break even point. So we find out the break even point when the saving factor is 0. When the national income equal to consumption expenditure, our saving will be 0, and at that point we can call that is the break even point. And after the break even point, saving will be increased. Now positive saving, so when we got the positive saving, after the break even point we got the positive saving. So there are 4 criteria, 4 important points about the saving function. First, saving slope start. So saving slope start or curve start from the S point, and that is denoted the dis-saving or negative saving. Second, break even point. So break even point when the S equal to 0, that is called the break even point. Next, when the income equal to consumption, that is the break even point, because at that point our saving becomes 0. Next, positive saving, and after the break even point we get the positive saving. So this is all about the saving function. I hope you can understand about the all saving functions criteria. In next video we just types of the propensity to consume, it means the APS and MPS. We just discuss about the APS and MPS in the next video. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.